Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora 4X. And in previous episode we did a lot of exploring, and we did realize that we got two good places for minerals. At least I think that's what we did last episode. I don't remember, it's a different recording day. But anyway, in Alta there's a lot of asteroids, and there's some planets that have a decent bit of minerals. So that is one place that we will definitely set up a lot of mining places, or mining colonies and such. And then Front also has quite a bit of minerals in a lot of places. Then of course there's the Moon has a lot of asteroids. Most of them don't have huge amount of resources, but the comets are not too bad. So we might be mining those sooner or later. For example, the Comet 4 seems quite decent. Over 500,000 uranium and accessibility 0.9, then some boronime, mercatium and corundium. And all that, but today's agenda will be colonizing Alta B5, if I remember correctly. Yes. It has a lot of resources, and if we have a look at the infrastructure required, it's only 200 per million population. If I remember correctly, the biggest problem over here is just the lack of oxygen. Yeah, there's just not enough of that. Other than that, it's not too bad. Temperature is reasonable and all that. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, we're gonna take the freighter, and we are going to load up infrastructure and load up colonists. There you are. Then we need to go to Alta, so that's through Nastrand. Transit and then to Alta and B5. Unload infrastructure, unload colonists. Then go back Valhalla and refuel. And then, considering that we were building 1,000 infrastructure, it has two freighters, so it would be 500 per each. So it would be 50 rounds, because one freighter or one standard cargo hold can hold 10 pieces for infrastructure. Meaning that we are going to have to repeat this quite a few times. 49 times to be precise, which is going to run through a lot of fuel, which is certainly another thing that we need to worry about. So now that we have that set up, of course we are building the infrastructure, but we should be able to finish that rather soon. And then what we'll do is we'll add in more fuel refineries to the list. I think another 25 will be fine for now, until we get the whalers going on, which is not that far away. We just need to get the ultra large fuel storage just so that we can make building those a bit cheaper. That's about it. I mean, other than that, the ship is already designed and all that. But anyway, I think we are now ready to I'll let the clock run again. So we'll be going in 5-day increments, and we should be getting research in, well, 3 turns. Conditional order, okay, Explorer 5 is going to return from Front. Let's make sure that we do the overhaul as well. Not necessarily that bad situation yet. Well, it's been out for 1.5 years. So yeah, we will do an overhaul and then we'll send it back to Front, I think. But let's let the clock run. And we may need to switch our focuses on the research a little bit sooner or later. Right, so we got the magazine feed system 75%. Started missile launcher reload rate of 2. Which, for the size 1 missiles, is going to be plenty. Right, but let's have a look. I know that we got a lot of research that will be done in due time. There's going to be another one in October. And December, actually 2 of them in December. Okay, that's actually about it. Then there's one in January. Okay, a lot of research will be done nonetheless. It will probably take a while before the colony ship arrives in... Hold on, they have left here, have they? They have, and Strand, I don't... Oh, they are here. Well, they are almost there. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer until something else happens, and then we'll have a look at the colony itself. No maintenance problem in the Longbow 5, that's a bit unfortunate, but it is already heading back home, so that is not really a problem. Minor inconvenience, but not really a problem. Okay, there's 4 more places over here to... or survey points to survey in case there's more jump points here. Overhaul for Longbow 4 has been completed. Now, I don't remember which place it was exploring, but I'm guessing Alta. At least that would sound reasonable. Got the freighter there. There is Alta 3 or Alta 5, but we haven't explored that far. On the other hand, it is a bit distant. We might have just enough fuel to go there and explore what there is to explore. It does have, well, it has a lot of moons. But at the same time, I think that might be useful. Right, so let's take up the Explorer 4. And yeah, I think we will send this to Alta, at least for now. That should do it, I suppose. Now, I don't remember if the Explorer 4 was in Alta before, but since there's nothing here right now other than the freighter, so it's quite likely that it was here. Okay, we do have the colony up now. Let's have a look. The Explorer is here now. Oh, nothing to explore. Well, I disagree, but I mean, it is a bit beyond reach. This is just a dwarf planet. It does have a moon. But we could explore the Alta 4 first. So... oh right, there's the other star, but the other star we have already started. Oh, never mind, it did start... or did set up the surveys for that. Now the question is, will it have enough fuel after that to go for the other one? I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, it does have a range of 70 billion, it should be plenty. Right, so... I'm just gonna add that geological survey there. And hopefully we'll find some nice resources in here. Now, of course, it will take a while for the explorers to actually reach here. Oh! Civilian construction, they built a colony ship in Humir. Of course, that's not really a problem right now. Basically, they have nowhere to go. Although I will actually hide civilian ship names just so that it doesn't... but there's not too much clutter on the screen here. Okay, and Strand. Alright, but you still got 2 places to explore, never mind then. After you've explored that, I'm going to send you through jump point 2, unless there's another one. Oh, we completed the research for EM sensor sensitivity 8, that's pretty good. And research into beam fire control range 16,000 kilometers has commenced. That's also pretty good. So for the point defense ship that we will be doing, I was asking a little bit in the Aurora 4X Discord, and some helpful people advised me on just going with the Gauss cannons for point defense purposes, and that's what we're going to do. So the plan is to have then small task groups of, or patrol groups of 2 missile destroyers and 3 point defense destroyers, meaning that we'll have The 5 ships, they should be able to take down the precursor individual ships at least. Or at least prevent them from destroying our ships. And we'll see how well the missile destroyers can then take out the enemy ships. Might be a bit hard, but we'll see. But we can fit in quite a bit of gauss cannons per ship instead of laser turrets. Or the gauss quartz turrets instead of laser turrets. So that's gonna save us a lot of room. Right, so it's October. We will be getting that in January still. Then in December we are going to get the fuel storage. Excellent, because we really do need that one. And then we'll maybe take out some of the research labs away from the logistics guy and put 1 to the construction and production and 2 for the missile and kinetics, because there's going to be a lot of things that we need to research through there to be able to get the ships in order. And since we don't really have that much time before the... well, we need to start fighting. The goal is to start more or less fighting the precursors around year 50, or at least have the first patrol in production, and then have them train for a little bit and then go out. Right, so these productions, there's not much happening. We should be getting another research lab soon. That's good. Other than that, there's not that much going on. So we'll see how much we can actually find in this system. I mean, there's only one more place to explore, or survey rather, and Zhatelier has a bit low fuel. Let's have a look. Where are you? You are heading to Humir, but it's right, you've been going through the asteroids here, and there are quite a few to explore, and the distances are long, so we kind of do want to get maybe a bit better range for the longbows before we focus too much on this. So maybe after Zhatelier has done the overhaul and all that, we will send it to elsewhere. I mean, we know that there's one point here that we will actually explore, and then we could send one through the Thrud's exploration point. And if we have a look at Thrud, I think there might still be some places for us to survey there. Okay, we have surveyed everything over there, and if I remember correctly, yeah, there's... actually, yeah, I think we have explored everything in here. At least in the center, and there's of course this stuff over here, but the problem is that it is quite far away, let's just put it that way, and there might be precursors in there, so we're not gonna go that direction. It's not the end of the world. There's a lot of jump points here that we do need to actually explore. We found one jump point there. What we'll probably do is we'll send Zhatelier or one of the other explorers here to finish the geo-survey and then start going through the jump points here. Because we don't actually need to go to the other system or other part of the system. Not right now anyway. But let's have a look. Alta. We have the colony in here. It doesn't have a huge amount of population. And okay, it has almost enough population for one mine. Or currently it has probably about half a mine worth of population there. It does have a decent bit of resources, and the accessibilities are combining to 2.6. So it's not too bad, and everything else except carbamide it does produce itself. Not huge amounts, but once we get the population up a little bit, we will start ferrying in some of the mines in Valhalla, the regular mines, and then we don't need to worry about converting the mines to automated mines or anything like that. We can just use the basic workforce there. And over here, if we have a look at the situation, Garandium is about to go out. We do still have a stockpile of 60,000, but it's not going to last forever. The neutronium is a bit low in stockpile, mercasium and sorium, but sorium is understandable. It's being used quite heavily into making fuel. Speaking of which, we have only 60.9 million liters now. So we do need to get the whalers up as soon as possible, and that is something that we will be doing. Especially once we get the fuel storage research done, and that's not going to take too long. But of course, it is going to be quicker if we actually start progressing here a little bit again. Oh, right. It's because of the low fuel, we're going to have to go in 5-day increments. Oh, well, we can go in bigger, but I prefer to go in 5-day increments. Just to be able to keep track a bit better. System survey in Nostron has been done. Explorer 3, why don't you... You're a bit low on fuel. We could do a quick maintenance in Valhalla, I suppose, and then go through the jump point. I mean, we only use 31% of the fuel. You know what, we're gonna go through. At least we can explore the place. We'll put in the system bodies and then the survey locations. It shouldn't take too long to reach there. We got another research lab. Excellent. I'm assuming that, yeah, no one died. That's good. Therefore, it's just another one. I'll actually put it over here to the construction and production, because once we have done that, we should be starting on the asteroid mining module. Well, no, there's the mining production first and then the module, because we do need to get that. Well, actually, we can probably put that higher. We want to get the modules up and then the mining speed, because we do need to get the asteroid miners up, because there's a lot of asteroids that we could be mining, and we need more resources, that's for sure. So, in order to keep our industry running, we need to focus on that, at least a little bit. Now then, not far away from getting the fuel storage, so at the same time we still have the lack of fuel, or the low fuel on Axelion, so we can't go on all returns. You should be able to reach down without a problem. I'll reach Valhalla without a problem, it's just precaution. Oh, Valhalla. Let's have a look. Seems rather big. There's a lot of... Oh, where's the Lagrange point 1? It's over there. So from the Lagrange point, you might be able to... or possible to reach that. Not right now, I don't think. But eventually it might be quite possible to reach from there. Oh, there's a Lagrange point 3 as well. Interesting. That is very interesting. Now then, let's have a look at the planets here. And hope that there's no... Oh, there is a colonizable planet here. Well, there's a gas giant, so it's a moon of that. And then there's a super Jovian. 2 dwarf planets. Another gas giant. Another somewhat colonizable planet. Another gas giant. Super Jovian. Super Jovian. A dwarf planet and a few asteroids. Okay then. Now, assuming that there's no precursors here, which there might be or might not be, I have a feeling that there's going to be plenty of thorium in the system, and let's actually have a look at the map. Refresh map data, so it was from here. Let's just assign it over there. Save position. Well, we know that Nostron is definitely a refueling place, or basically an oil field. Because that's the only... Well, thorium is the only mineral in there that we found. And Alta is a hub for colonies, and a lot of mining can be done there, and Front is somewhat similar. Moonin had a lot of asteroids, so that's just mine basically. I mean, Moonin might have a lot of other things as well, it's just the problem is that we cannot see that far, or we can't really reach the planet, it's just so big distance. So until we get the next generation exploration stuff, we probably won't be able to research all of Moonin. Right, let's Let's keep going, I guess. Ah, research completed. Visible light laser has been started. We did the 12 centimeter laser focal size. And research in the flag bridge has started. We got the ultra large fuel storage. Hold on. I didn't... well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I don't think they should have been that quick, but... Oh, and there was a maintenance problem in... the Longbow 1. One of the survey... sensors, but that's okay. Right, now we will be taking away a few of these labs. Let it go down to 2. Add in 3 for the missile and kinetics, and I think I'm gonna add another one for the construction and production. We do need a bit extra there. Right then. So the shield regenerate 1.5 is gonna be researched soon. In January to be precise, and I think Zhatelier did actually reach Valhalla now, so that's good. We can actually go in auto turns, but I'm gonna quickly get us to nice and round numbers. Alright, and the auto turns. Whoops. Right. Now we'll see if we can actually find it. Oh, overhaul completed for Longbow 5. And Explorer 1 intends to refuel. Okay, well, let's go through those then. Explorer 1, you do need to resupply, and then why don't you do an overhaul? And then, the Explorer 5. Let's see, if we have a look at the map here again, let's quickly refresh map data. So we don't have anyone in Thrud. We probably don't need to focus too much on Munin right now, once we've done the survey stuff over there. The gravitational survey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you to Thrud. Assuming that's where you've been anyway. It probably is. So through Munin to Thrud, and just go on and explore the jump points. Okay, oh, one of the scientists increased their research bonus to 50%, that's pretty good. Oh, we did locate some minerals in here, and oh crap. There was a smaller turn somewhere, there might be some hostiles around. Might be. Right, so we completed research on the shield regen and started researching composite armor. Which is technically not a bad one to have before we actually build the military ships, because that is gonna save us some room in the ship itself. And surely on Zhatelier has been completed, but the overhaul is still underway. But we did find some resources on the asteroid here. That's actually not a bad asteroid. Duranium, cobramite and corundium, all accessibilities are at least 0.8. That's actually pretty decent. Especially the minerals are such that will be quite useful. Right. But I am concerned about the shorter turn there, so what we're gonna do... I'm gonna go in 1 day increments right now. For a little bit at least. I'll find more minerals there. In one of the moons. Let me actually pause for another moment to quickly go through these findings. So, oh, not a huge amount of resources, but good accessibility. So it might be reasonable to mine through that real quick at some point or another. Then there's these. Okay, there's a lot of uranium, titanium boronite, and there's a bit of vendorite. Then there's some uridium, thorium, mercasium. Accessibilities are good, so that's pretty decent. we can probably utilize this. But it would actually appear that we are kind of out of time for this episode, so we're gonna quickly have a look how big did the colony here get. It could have population of 0.2 million, it currently has 0.08. So it will have a lot of room for growing, so that's good, and we should probably set up some civilian administrator for there before I forget. I think the population growth might be a decent one right now. Because that's technically going to save us some fuel later on. So assign you there. Because we don't need to bring as much colonists there to be able to feed the mines and such with enough workforce. But anyway, I think we are going to end this episode here, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.